Hello and welcome back to Let's Play Space Quest 1, the Sarian Encounter by Sierra Online. This is the 1990 VGA remake of the game. And we've just, if I remember correctly, we've just watched or read the data cartridge about the star generator that we got from the Arcada's data library way back at the start of the game. And we've been offered the use of this skimmer to proceed out of this region of Corona to a settlement called Ulence Flats. Oops, had the darn thing in reverse. I hope nobody saw that. Arcade sequence. Late warning, the big rock cuts you no slack. We'll give it 3 shots, and then, yeah, we'll give it 3 shots, and then, give up on the arcade sequence. Maybe you could try playing the arcade sequence next time. Nope, doesn't work. After a truly stone-crushing journey, you have miraculously arrived safely in Ulence Flats. And just in time, too, because the skimmer's power cell has been drained. It will take some time to recharge itself. This place isn't quite what you had expected. It's semi-bleak at best. An odd-looking fellow is lounging against the wall of a nearby building, watching you with a great deal of interest. Say, pal, I couldn't help noticing your skimmer. It's a genuine 86 Pleiades GL. I've been looking everywhere for one of these babies. How would you like to unload it for the unheard of price of 25 buckazoids? You know what? No thanks. Fine, be that way. I'm gonna take the ignition keys just to be safe. Never can be too careful. And I think we're overdue for a trip to the bar here. On stage are 2 heavily bearded gents and a relatively clean-shaven drummer. They're one of the hottest bands in the quadrant. Okay, I don't know if I've mentioned this time through or not, but this series, Space Quest, got Sierra sued quite often. Their slightly irreverent take on pop culture that Space Quest seems to do probably the most of any of the Sierra series. In fact, I don't remember the other series doing much pop culture at all. King's Quest and Conquest series are set in the Dark Ages and the Renaissance. Probably more medieval Dark Ages. Somewhere through there. Gabriel Knight's not really all that pop culture humory. It's a very serious game. And then Laura Bowes in the 1920s, which is not exactly pop culture. Space Quest is the only one that really digs into the sci-fi references and the other stuff. But ZZ Top apparently objected to their depiction here, probably because they weren't asked beforehand. And either threatened legal action or sued Sierra or something like that. I'm not sure exactly how that ended. Don't touch. Watch this guy here as he plays the slot machines. He keeps looking over his shoulder for some reason. And did I save my game here in Ulence Flats? I did not yet. We'll go ahead and save here, though we've arrived here. He got zapped. Now, I think we have a problem here. We have 3 Buckazoids, and a beer costs 5. Costs 2 Buckazoids. Sure. Another one would be nice, but we're broke. Maybe he'll kill us. Now the icon changed, only showing 1. Alright, so we need to find some more money somehow. Oh, this guy comes back. Okay, buddy, you drive a hard bargain. This is my final offer, and I'm only making it because I can see you need it pretty bad. Glad that we can do business. I'll just take that key. Thank you kindly. Seem to have clicked through the message. That was kind of an important message. Rocket Bart's winning Reddit Roger. Okay, buddy, you drive a hard bargain. This is my final offer, and I'm only making it because I can see you need it pretty bad. I'll make it 30 Buckazoids, and I'll throw in this swell jetpack. It was previously owned by a little old Thark who only flew back and forth to Fleabit on Sunday. It works great in 0 gravity. You'll love it. Yes, great. Glad that we could do business. I'll just take that key. Thank you kindly. In addition, I'd like you to have these coupons good for discounts and free merchandise from some of our local merchants. As a representative of the Ulence Flats Chamber of Commerce, I hope you enjoy your visit to our friendly little community. This appears to be a long-range shuttle, perhaps from a large starship. It looks vaguely familiar somehow. This one's a genuine antique from the 24th and a half century. I believe this is Duck Dodgers from the 24th and a half century, which is a Daffy Duck spoof of, I think, Buck Rogers. This ship is a real classic, a Wallwood Warp Blaster ZX with the original paint job. You've only seen these on old postcards. I'm not sure what that's a reference to. Alright, we come back down here. We have a different band playing. They are blue. And they're in suits. I think this is a reference to the Blues Brothers, I think Dan Aykroyd, Jim Belushi movie. This coupon gives you a 20% discount on Droids BS near you. How helpful. Those suckers have the highest droid prices in this universe. Hey kids, this bar coupon is good for 5 Buckazoids and a free Coronian ale. I would like to redeem this coupon for 5 Buckazoids and a free beer. I'm busy, wait your turn. Here's your 5 Buckazoids and your free beer. It tastes better than it smells, thank goodness. Another one would be nice. And there the guy got zapped. Where's my headphones tapped off? Yo, how about a refill? Busy, wait your turn. So what's your beef, Junior? Want another drink? Yes. Here you go. I can totally see Roger spending his time at a bar instead of saving the universe. But you have to order 3 beers. As you sip another of the odd brews, you overhear someone at the bar speaking. There I was, cruising through Sector HH when I spot this blip on the scanner. So we're in Sector HH this time. This is randomly selected, just like the Star Generator Destruct code that we found in the last episode, which is 4997. The AGI version, I believe, had fixed codes for both of those. So I head toward it, you see, and right there in front of me sits the Deltar. It's just sitting there, and my hearts start hyper-warping on me. There's the plural of hearts. I figure my milliseconds are numbered. All I can think of doing is getting my craft out of there, so I'm reaching for the throttle. All of a sudden, there's this incredible flash of light you see. And just like that, this little planetoid explodes into a ball of fire. I tell you, I've never seen anything like it. I mauled the throttle and got out of there quickly that way. Alright, so after the 3rd beer, you overhear that. So it sounds like we have a target to go to. But we're going to need a ship. We only had a sand skimmer, which is not a spaceship, and it's also kind of like the thing Luke and Obi-Wan drove around in Star Wars: A New Hope. Droids BS, of course, I'm not sure what the phrase is there, but it's supposed to be a reference to Toys R Us, and in fact, in the AGI version, it said Droids R Us with a backwards R, just like Toys R Us said, and they got sued by Toys R Us for I know they were forced to make it a Droids BS, but then in the SCI version here, they've put the Toys R Us giraffe on the screen there. Actually, this ship is not bad looking. It appears to be a Dralian cruiser. Missing period. They have a reputation for quickness and reliability. It's awfully small and also much older than you. Okay, but droids won't really help us. We need a ship, not a droid. So we come here to Tiny's. Howdy, Bucko. Can I interest you in one of the finest little used spaceships in the galaxy? You look like a man of discerning taste. This one, for instance, is just your speed, or style, that is. He's talking about this green one. This is a little unique, quite a unique little unit. Never been flown over Mach 3. It was owned by a little old lady from Glanzadrom. You have to fly it to believe it, and she can be yours for only 99 Buckazoids. One-time offer only. Talk to me, friend. 99 Buckazoids. We have 34. We cannot afford this screw. Just take a gander at these little beauties. Sport, if you see one you like, just give a hoot. I'll stand right over here. No pressure, absolutely none. Yeah, no pressure, like a fire hose. Don't let appearances fool you. This baby may be a relic, I mean a classic, but she's just as dependable as the day we got her. And just think, you'll be the only one in the quadruple from, I guarantee it. She's a beaut, isn't she? This little baby can do a spin around the planet in just under an hour. look at the lines in that bodywork. They just don't make them like that anymore. You know what I mean? And she's a real bargain. 185 bucks weights. Also, well above my price of 34. How much does it want for this guy? Well, there's the man with the good eye. Here's the keenest little scrambler in the hemisphere. Top of the line. Handles like a charm. Perfect for cruising the asteroid field. And she's got all the thrust a guy could need. I tell you, she's now right still at 214 buckazoids. Also, a bit out of my price range, so it looks like that slot machine and I have a bit of a meeting scheduled. No pressure, huh, Tiny? Alright, Blues Brothers are back. There's another one we can get. There's ZZ Top. I'll do the, I like the song. So I'm going to use that as a background music for this section here. We're going to play the slot machine. And see if we can... Did I save? I just did save, yes. Can bet up to 3. That's reassuring. Luck's turn has cost you dearly. As your dust particles gradually drift across Corona's barren landscape, you reflect upon the irony of your fate. Many was the time you swept and dumped piles of dust very similar to your current state. Okay, so that's one way to keep your customers from developing a gambling addiction. It's also a good way to keep your customers from making any money. So now, this... Alright, let's back up a little bit. In the AGI version, the solution to this puzzle is save scumming, basically. You save when you win and restore when you don't. And you just work your way through and just keep building up your cash fund that way. In other types of games, save scumming is seen as a cheat. In the Sierra game, it's par for the course. The SCI version, they must have gotten some criticism or something from people for using that technique and introduced this widget, which we found stuck on the underside of the star generator platform back on the Arcana. It's magnetic and it said it disrupted the star generator's force field. Wonder if it would do anything with this slot machine. If it disrupts electronics, maybe it'll confuse it. It was in vogue at Sierra to have these little gambling mini-games show up in their other games. Space Quest 1 has the slot machine, Leisure Suit Larry has blackjack and poker, and the remake, or the modern remake, may have added a third one, I don't remember. Leisure Suit Larry 5, I think, had gambling. Larry 6 did not. Larry 7... I think Larry 7... Yeah, Larry 7 had a mini game. Conquest of the Longbow has Nine Men's Morris in it. There may have been something in Conquest of Camelot. I'm not that familiar with that one. Police Quest 1, you have to play poker with the Death Angel to infiltrate his organization. So these little gambling mini-games were quite in vogue at the time. Notice I'm winning every time since we put that magnet on there. I think I want to look at this thing. Slots of Death Machine, they play for keeps around here. Okay, it doesn't actually say anything. You step back nervously as the overheated slot machine begins to sputter and smoke. Wow, I guess you overheated the poor old thing. Alright. So we've bought all the beer we need. We've got our jetpack. We've got all the buckazoids we need. I think it's time to wander out of here. And a couple more tries to see the other alleged talent. There we go. On stage, a strangely attired woman performs her act, if that's what you want to call it. You haven't had a girlfriend for a long time, or like forever, but even that's not enough to make her attractive. Given that this was released in 1990, and the original game was in '86, I think that was probably Madonna. Nowadays, strangely attired pop star would probably be Lady Gaga. Let's deal with Mr. Tiny here. I'm not going to reread everything he said because he's quite annoying. Sorry, you can only fly it when you buy it. Oh, and by the way, there are no refunds either. Company policy. I tell you, I think you made a wise decision. She's a beauty. The keys are in her. If you have any problems, don't hesitate to come back and tell us about them. It's been a heck of a pleasure doing business with you. Well, good luck. Come back. Come again. You proudly climb into your new used spacecraft. There's definitely something unique about it. Aren't rocket motors usually built with the wide end at the bottom instead of on the top? Drat, where did Mom and Dad go wrong? You be the judge. Well, geez, Guy, it seems it's developed some minor malfunction since we acquired it. We did have a small micrometeoroid shower the other day. Maybe that was it. Yeah, that was probably it. Much as I'd like to, I can't refund your money. Company policy, it's out of my hands. However, I can give you a 70 buckazoid credit on any other ship in our fine line of used spacecraft. Look around, see what you like. Okay. Well, this one was relatively inexpensive, wasn't it? $185? Darn the luck you've crashed in the dunes and ended your life. The various inhabitants of the Coronian Desert are now feasting on your remains. Guess that wasn't such a hot purchase. I don't think there's any penalty for buying the Journey to the Center of the Earth ship instead of the correct one. It's just you lose 20 buckazoids on it. I don't care about that one. I want to see that one. Well, there's a man with a good eye. This here is the keenest little scrambler in the hemisphere. Top of the line, handles like a charm, perfect for cruising the asteroid fields. And she's got all the thrust a guy could need. Outright steel, 214 buckazoids. I tell you, I think you've made a wise decision. She's a beauty. The keys are in her. Blah, blah, blah. It's been a heck of a pleasure. Oh, by the way, you're going to need a droid to help you fly that thing. Well, good luck. Come again. Seated in the cruiser, you notice there are no controls within reach, just a button marked load. Tiny must have been serious when you said you would need a droid to fly this thing. Well, that's the kind of thing you mention before I buy it. And since you're currently droidless, there seems to be nothing else to do but climb out. What do you want now? I was just about to finish with my internal diagnostics check. Now I want to recalibrate my photoelectric scanner membranes and begin all over again. Carbon-based life forms can be so trying sometimes. If you haven't purchased a robot, I have nothing for you. Now go away. How depressing. Let's begin again from the start and proceed very slowly. I do not mean to want to be disturbed. You are disturbing me. Go away. Thank you very much. That is 0 instead of an O. I can tell this one. I'm ignoring you. I'm still ignoring you. Alright, so we go in here. Greetings, sir. Allow me to show you our fine line of robots, otherwise known as droids. We see the sales bug of the year. We have a wide variety of work-saving, life-enhancing, shiny new, factory-fresh technological wonders of modern engineering wizardry. However, I can see that we would be more interested in our line of economy-priced used robots, wouldn't we? Please observe our robot review screen. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask. Okay, and if you're a fan of classic sci-fi, you'll get a lot of these references. I'm not that into old sci-fi. I missed it. The DefTech droid was produced exclusively for Droids R Us by a small planet who used these mechanical warriors to fight their battles. That race killed themselves off, however, and spare parts are nearly impossible to find. Don't bother haggling. This one's worth the 55 buckazoids for the parts alone. That would be 46 buckazoids with the coupon. And DefTech is the Rifleman class battle mech from the Battletech Mech Warrior universe, but smaller. The YX-10 was originally designed as a family companion on those long space vacations. However, the manufacturer had to discontinue it due to a psychological disorder. Whenever it gets excited, it waves its arms around wildly and yells, "Danger, danger." And this is obviously the robot from Lost in Space. If you can live with the paranoia, though, it makes a great babysitter. And they did leave the kid with it quite often. If you got kids, you'll appreciate its low price of $6.99 buckazoids, $5.59 with the coupon. Let's see how much we actually still have. We have 102. That's going to limit our ability to do that. The Mirage, I couldn't figure out exactly what this thing's supposed to be. The Sux 9000 has something to do with the Health 9000 name and Robocop's 6000 SUX car. The brand name says it all. Sux is a major manufacturer of refrigerators, dishwashers, and even some other stuff. I just happen to have one of these in stock. It's been completely reconditioned since its regrettable accident that took the lives of them. But of course, you wouldn't want to hear about that. Yes, this dandy compact unit goes for a mere 29 buckazoids, 23 with coupon. You can't go wrong when it sucks. Explodes, takes the life, took the life of. HU-1D, these little robots are perfect for gardening chores, and they don't mind at all if they're away on space missions for centuries. Yes, sir, they may look like Kleenex boxes, but they're built to run a long time. And quiet, you bet. Not sure what that's a reference to. You've got a set of 3, and you can have them all for just $9.99 buckazoids, $7.99 with a coupon. This model had a bad rep, unearned if you ask me. They're just a wee bit too ambitious is all, and who of us isn't? It's quite an endearing quality, actually. However, we're fresh out of them right now. Nobody seems to survive long enough to trade them in. Those are a reference to Doctor Who's Dalek cyborgs, not robots as they are here. These are really some of the most useful all-purpose robots around, and extremely good with children. Of course, they're all in hibernation this time of the century. I could let you have them for just $8.75 buckazoids, $700 with a coupon. Out of my price range. There's apparently an anime called Castle in the Sky, directed by, and I don't speak Japanese, so I'm probably going to botch this name, but it's Hayao Miyazaki, and that's the name on the thing. Max 42 was one of my better bodyguard models, and it also doubled as a radial arm saw. If it had one fault, it was probably a tendency to be overzealous. It's no longer available except for demolition purposes. His memory isn't the best, so I'll let you have him for just $512 buckazoids, $410 with the coupon. Disney's movie The Black Hole featured a robot named Maximilian, and that's what this is a reference to. I don't think I've ever seen that movie, but I did have a Disney picture book of it as a small child, and I can vaguely remember that it had the robot, and that's all I can remember about that. Alright, Max 42, Rock 2000. These robots have a bad attitude. You've got to keep them in line or they'll walk all over you. Well, maybe you shouldn't consider buying this particular model. Nav 2000 or 201. That model is ideal for flight systems operations. It will pilot any modern freighter, or fighter, or cruiser. And it's one of the most experienced droids we carry, aka it's old. I asked only 45 buckazoids for it, 36 with coupon. I got it from some gambling type who's required to pay up or perish. FB001, this is an all-purpose household model. It cooks, sews, does windows, and brews a little moonshine on the side. However, I have only one left, and I put it to work in the warehouse. If you were to insist, I could let you have it for a mere 512 buckazoids, 407 with a coupon. That's the one we saw outside and annoyed, got him to ignore us. And this is Robbie the Robot from Forbidden Planet, the 1956 movie. Ah yes, a truly beautiful piece of machinery. This design rates 5 stars. Although handsome machine, this robot has a habit of killing people without any real reason. I'd love to sell you one, but every last one I had was snapped up by a movie director from New Japan 4. Sorry. So I'm going to assume that this is some Japanese movie. Actually, I don't want the dollars yet. I want the coupon. Very good, sir. This coupon entitles you to a reduction of 20% in the price of any of our fine previously owned droids. You may pick up your purchase at our convenient Droids R Us pickup area, located just out the door and to your right. Hello, sir. Your new robot will be here in a moment. There he is. Well, there he is, sir. Follow program to follow you around like a whimpering little puppy dog. How humiliating. Okay. We've gone a little bit over our usual episode time, but I would like to finish this segment of the game because we're almost to the end of this segment. We're about ready to leave Ulence Flats and Corona. Not quite forever. Once you are seated snugly in the ship's compact cockpit, the robot moves into position and you push the load button. Hey, wait a minute. Where do you think you're going with my ship? Huh. And there's the time pod from Space Quest 4. Which we will get to eventually. Probably after Space Quest 3. We have achieved escape velocity. It might help if you were to tell me where we are going. Please indicate our destination on the touchpad in front of you. And it's got more of those codes that we saw back on the Arcada. And the guy at the bar said we want HH, which is this thing right here. And then 2 T's. And then another one of those other things here that we started with. Okay, I am plotting our course. Course is plotted. Stand by for warp speed. Sensors indicate a large ship in this sector. I wonder who it could be. We'll continue to scan for an ID. Whoa, that's a Sarian battle cruiser. We'd better stand off. If we get any closer, they'll detect us for sure. It'll be space sputum. Let's head on out of here, okay, boss? Okay. In the face of danger, you decide to turn and run, leaving Xenon and the rest of the universe to fend for themselves against those bad boys of the universe, the Sarians. When things got tough, the cream rises to the top. I guess you know which stratum you occupy. Okay, so off screen I will get back to that point and answer, let's stay. Because we've run over time here, and I'm going to end this video. When we come back, we'll be at the Del Tower again. Thanks for watching, and have a nice day.